I didn't want to have to do this, but I got some flack for the last winter ride video, so I'm back out here in the wintertime and I'm gonna do a proper video this time. It's cold out here, so let's hit the road. That way there I can start getting some body heat going and warm up. It's kind of what you expect in this harsher, colder climate up here. Hopefully once spring hits, things will be cleared up and won't have to wait too long to get back out on a couple of rail trails. Over the winter time, I did some upgrades to my bike, mostly just fixing things up. So I knew I needed some new rubber. Also needed to replace the cable that went to the rear derailleur. By the end of the season, it was definitely on its last legs. I got that all straightened out. See, I told you this was going to be a proper winter ride. You know what might help a little bit more on this is if I'd have deflated these tires a bit. Get down to Blockhouse Island. So what I'm curious about is whether the ice is broken up or not. Let's go have a look. Still lots of ice in the harbor. That's it. Sun spring is just around the corner. Always kind of cool just to see the ice flow down the river. So I was tempted to go down to the Thousand Islands Parkway today and do a ride down there, but not knowing how much snow was covering up the trail, I decided just to play it safe and stick close to home. I guess that's just kind of business as usual. Now, I don't want to hear anybody giving me any grief about saying that, hey, I didn't do a proper ride in the wintertime. Yeah, I looked at my watch when I said my phone was ringing. I mean, I was nervous. What do you expect? Gotta say, it feels good to be back out. 4 months is 4 months too long. That would be the one thing that I would love about living in a bit of a warmer climate, would be being able to be out all year round. But then I think we don't have gators up here. We don't have 2-foot spiders. And then I think, you know what? I'm okay with 4 months of the year where I can't bike. And the last time I was out on this road, it was the fall. There were some beautiful fall colors out. Man, I can't wait for the leaves to grow back on the trees and give a little bit of color to things again. Can't wait for the warmer days where I can be out biking in shorts and a t-shirt. Man, I'm looking forward to that. Wow. Every time I come by here and I look at the field there to my left, that's just a sight I love seeing. So yeah, let's talk about the year up ahead, what I've got planned, and yeah, I think this is a good time as any to talk a little bit about 2025 and what I'm hoping to do. So over the last couple of years, I've tried doing some different things every year. Just try to mix up what I'm doing a little bit with my bike rides. And 2025 isn't any different. What I'm hoping to be able to do with the year is get out and do a bunch of longer rides. So they might be multi-parters, or they just might be longer videos. I'm not sure yet. But there's a bunch of rail trails that I haven't hit up that have been on my list for years. Also a couple of stretches that I really want to redo. So this year, whenever the weather is good and I've got the time, that's the plan. So in the meantime, in the spring, I'm just doing what I usually do. Just get back out, get my body used to things. But this year, the focus is going to be on trying to sustain those longer rides. So I have a bit of a reason for that. One of the rail trails that was on my list was always sort of a bit iffy as to whether it was going to stay around or whether it was going to go. And good news is, looks like it might be staying around, but unexpectedly, another rail trail in the area is in danger. And there's talks by about another 10 years from now that it might just be a thing of the past. So I want to ride that while I can. I won't give anything away from it too much, but what I will say is if the new high-speed rail line goes through in Ontario, then we lose the rail trail. You know, nothing beats getting out and doing that first ride of the year. You don't know how far you can push yourself. You don't know what the conditions are. It's just all questions. And that's the drive. How far do I want to go? How far can I go? How much snow is still on the ground? And yeah. So the only kind of rule I've set out for myself today is just that I want to avoid gravel roads, which kind of sucks for me because I love getting out on those gravel roads. But I also know what kind of condition they're in this time of year, and I just don't want to be doing those cleaning duties when I get home. Now, the cool thing about still having all the snow on the ground is it really pops the fences. In the summertime when I come by here, I've noticed sometimes that the fences are a little bit hard to see, but when you've got all that white in the field behind it, you know, you're either at a cocaine kingpin's property or you're in Canada. I was talking to a friend up in Ottawa and asking him if he was going to be going out biking anytime soon. It's a friend that I called out on a previous video who never went and did the ride. Sorry, just had to clear my throat there. Anyway, I was asking him, you know, you gonna get out on the roads or get out on the trails or anything? He's like, nope. I was like, why not? I guess they still have a lot of snow up there. I look down here and I realize, yeah, we're pretty buried in snow too, but I gotta do what I gotta do for the fans. Nice wide open field. All in all, I'm pretty happy with how the bike's held up over the winter time. There's a couple of little things I'd like to fix on it for sure. So definitely a few places that need some oiling. Got a squeak I want to get taken care of. Otherwise, you know what? Not bad for being laid up for 4 months. I'm a little squeaky too. Well, that's it for this ride. First ride of the year, about 20 kilometers. That's pretty typical for me for a first ride. Fun getting out in the wintertime. Don't get to do that a whole lot, but hey, here I am. Really looking forward to seeing what the season's got to offer.